welcome to this three-part series, Try 10 Minutes of Yoga. This is part 1, and the rationale for practicing is it has to be fun. So we're going to practice some postures which I've chosen because I think they allow us to express ourselves as being humans gracefully and beautifully, and they're also just a little bit of fun. So come with me, and we're going to start in downward facing dog. Do remember that this is your practice as well. You don't have to do everything I say. Listen out for the notifications and go at your own pace. So downward dog, everyone. We come onto all fours, we tuck our toes under, and then we allow our hips to glide towards the ceiling, finding a space between our toes and the heels of our hands, and then just pedaling out gently with our heels. So it's a nice, fluid, casual walking dog. And enjoy that lovely stretch in the back of the legs, and engage the tummy and allow the neck to release. Lovely. So what a lovely warm up. Not too taxing, and just a little bit of fun rolling into your lovely toes, which seem to be enjoying this. So we're going to drop down onto our knees now. And here we are in familiar cat pose. So this is quite a strong one on the hips. So any hip issues, I would like you to move your leg forward and backwards, taking care with your lower back as always. But if you are okay in the hips, you might want to come with me by taking, doesn't matter if it's right or left, you're raising your knee off the ground and lifting into the bent leg. And we'll do that 3 times, just allowing movement and breath to nicely coordinate themselves with this movement. Okay, we're going to take it further if you're coming with me, if you fancy it. Otherwise, stick in a moving, regular cat pose. Take your opposite hand nice and wide, maybe even beyond your yoga mat, lifting into the knee again and elevating that top arm. So, it's impossible not to feel happy in this pose. It's quite liberating. And then, if the lower back feels okay, and only if that is the case, push out with the heel and straighten into the leg. Now, engage the tummy and almost imagine that the thighs are squeezing towards each other, even though we've got this wide stance, and then glide by allowing the toe and the fingers to extend. And lower the toe to the ground. We're going to go to the other side now. Well done, everyone. So again, keep the knee moving forwards and backwards if that's your preference. Otherwise, moving the knee 3 times out to the side, taking the knee to hip height. And then allowing your opposite hand to position itself nice and wide. Helps with your balance as you elevate the knee, elevate the hand. And then if the back feels okay, we're pushing away with the heel, keeping the hips nice and wide, the tummy engaged, the thighs also. And if we want to glide, we can drop the toe, we can allow the fingers to paint a little arc above our head. Beautiful. I can imagine you all doing this now and taking both hands back to the earth. Here you are in cat pose. Lovely. So we're going to slowly come back up to standing, and there's nothing funnier than a squat. So we take our feet wide, we take a deep breath in, and we sink the hips, being nice and gentle with our knees. Inhaling, exhaling. Breathing in and lowering and pausing. And then looking down at your right heel and lifting it. And then using that as a little platform to elevate up, taking the right arm above the head and then gently lowering the heel. Taking everything back to neutral, palms together, sinking the hips down, lifting into the left heel. Lovely. And then again, taking off and gliding all the way over. Beautiful. All the way back, palms together. Let's take our feet reasonably close to each other and our elbows wide. And move to the top of our yoga mat and allow the heart space to lift. Soften into your knees as you come into a comfortable forward bend. And inhale and come back. Elbows wide, heart lifting. And repeat. Lowering down. Inhaling, elbows wide, nice big smile across the collarbones too. And then sending the hands down, stepping back into plank. If you are familiar with the sun salutation, you can bend into your elbows and drop your elbows if you're worried about your lower back. Otherwise, moving into cobra, toes are tucking under, and downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, we're going to walk back into a forward bend, but we're going to do it with a little bit of flair. So I'd like you to lead with your right foot, step forward, keep the knees bent, and then stride forward with the left and then the right, so that the right foot is in between the hands. Now, if it feels okay, deepen into both knees and send the hips back, but you'll notice that the right leg automatically straightens a little. Watch that the shoulders don't become too hunched. Draw the tummy in. Well done. Bend into the knees, both knees, plant hands down, step back another 3 times, or roughly 3 times, and here you are back in downward facing dog. We're going to lead with your left foot now, striding forward, left, right, and then left foot comes between the hands. And again, bending into the right leg, the back leg, as you sink back down, planting the foot of the left foot forward so that there's a lovely stretch into the back of the left leg. Lower the forehead. And stepping back just another couple of times. Lovely. Well done. Walk the hands and feet towards each other, keeping everything soft. And coming up to standing, feet nice and wide, palms together, feel the earth. Feel this connection between the palms. Turn your right foot out to 90 degrees. And if you want to come, stay up here, if you would rather like to come into a bit of a fold, drop both fingertips down onto the side on your right, and then coming back up and moving over to your left. And you can move like this quite fluidly once you get into the swing. We need to watch our knees and we need to lift our toes for that lovely playful expression that this gives. And the next time you land on your right side, I'd like you to move up into a lovely Trikonasana. So the forward foot is pointing, the right foot's pointing forward, and then we elevate the top arm. This back hand is resting into the inner thigh or calf. And then palms together. Let's turn our attention to the left side now. As we come into a deep squat, if you want to, on the left hand side, lifting up with the opposite heel, and then moving up into Trikonasana. So the left foot's pointing forward, and we draw the top arm up, and we gaze towards the ceiling of the sky. Lovely. Let's bring everything back to neutral. Jump the feet together and come down into comfortable sitting. Taking the soles of the feet together, if that's comfortable, otherwise cross-legged, and placing the hands behind you. And we can go for a little roll. So we're going to roll to each side. And lifting the hips off the ground, maybe we want to lift the hips quite high. Again, It's got momentum and it's playful. And allow everything to gently slow down at its own pace. Well done. Turn so that you've got a nice bit of yoga mat behind you to roll gently back onto and lower back down towards the earth, bending into the knees. And I'm going to read to you from Matt Haig's book, Notes on a Nervous Planet. And it's published by Canongate. And the penultimate chapter is The World is Inside You. You may be a part of planet Earth, but equally planet Earth is part of you. You can choose how you respond to it. You can change the parts that get in. Don't let modern life steal who you are. Everything special about you, your capacity for love, art, friendship, and all the rest, is not a product of modern life. It's a product of being human. Everything we need is right here. Everything we are is enough. Allow yourself to stay here for as long as you wish. If you'd like to move on to part 2, please do so. And we will explore how to build yoga into an existing habit, allowing you to improvise a little. But thank you for joining me. I hope you found it fun.